What is mental imagery or the mind's eye? Well, to set the record straight, if you have mental imagery and you think about what something looks like, you actually consciously experience something. It's not a metaphor, it's not the idea of that thing, you actually see something. It's not the same as looking at it, but you do consciously experience something. If you imagine an apple, for most people, they see something. It's not the same as actually looking at the apple. It's fleeting, it's weaker, it's maybe not quite as vivid, but there is something there. You do experience something. You do experience what philosophers and scientists call qualia. And for some who have very strong imagery, looking at an apple and imagining the apple are almost the same experience. Their imagery is like watching a movie. At the other extreme, if you don't have any imagery, you try and imagine an apple and you see nothing, black on black perhaps. Maybe you have something called aphantasia. Now, the traditional way to measure mental imagery was to use a questionnaire. This involves typically imagining something and then giving a number to it. The problem with these kinds of measurement techniques is that you and me could have the exact same mental image, but give it two different numbers. It's a problem of metacognition. We've developed three different ways to objectively measure visual imagery. The first method we developed uses a visual illusion called binocular rivalry. The second uses something called skin conductance. This is just measuring micro changes in how much you sweat. And the third and most recent method takes advantage of your pupil's response. If we look at a bright light, our pupils contract to let in less light into the eye. Likewise, when you imagine a bright thing, your pupils also contract. And we can use this pupil-eye response as a way to measure visual imagery. Whether or not you think in pictures has really interesting implications for a range of things, including your mental health, anxiety, how you experience your lifelong memories, how much you mind wander, and a range of other decision-making processes. All these new discoveries and methods are part of my lab's long-term goals to develop easy and objective blood tests for the mind.